Good morning. Welcome to my teacher closet. I'm Miss Colleen, and as always, I'm so glad you're here with me today. Have you ever wondered, or maybe heard your parents talking about what's going to happen after we don't have to social distance or stay in our houses anymore? Have you thought about that? Well, I was thinking about that the other day, and it reminded me of a great story of someone that we're kind of familiar with, and something kind of tragic happened to him, but he was able to get back up and go on. So it's a very inspirational story, and it is by Caldecott Medal winner Dan Santat. And it is called After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. And it is a story about what happened after Humpty fell. I really like the pictures. They're cool colors. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. There's the hospital, King's County Hospital. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. What do you think he's talking about? Look at where his bed is, and look at where he is. I wonder what couldn't be fixed. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying my favorite things. Look. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got his he's got his cereal. He has to get the gray cereal and not the colorful cereal up on the top shelf. He's getting bow rings instead of just marshmallows, sugar bunnies, rainbow bites, bowl of cookies. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city. But I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. I think that's the idea right there. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. Until I got it just right. That's a fancy airplane out of paper. My plane was perfect. It flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. You see his bird, and you see the big wall. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. Oh, but he's being so brave. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Uh-oh. Look what's happening to him. Crack, crack. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Crack, crack. Oh my goodness! What's happening? And learned how to fly. Oh my. I love that story. He got up, he got up, he climbed, he loved to be up high, he fell down, he got put back together, sort of, and then he was afraid, and then he came over his fears. Oh, there's so many things we can learn from this story. I think when we are eventually allowed to go out and be safe and be with our friends and our other family, that it might be a little scary at first. We might be afraid that we're going to get a virus or get sick, or that our family might get sick. But you know what? If we listen to our doctors and our leaders and our teachers and our parents, they will tell us when it's safe. And step by step, we can go out, and maybe we won't fly in the sky like Humpty Dumpty did and turn into a bird. But you know what? We're going to be better when we're on the other side. Because think about all the things we're learning now and all the things that we're patiently waiting for. Well, that's all from today's teacher closet. I almost forgot where I was for a minute. I was so excited about Humpty Dumpty. So I think he is a great example of how every day is an adventure. All right, I will see you next time from my teacher closet. Have a good one.